The mass of a species of mouse is commonly found in houses is normally distributed, with a mean 20.7 grams and standard deviation of 0.14 grams. So we can quickly kind of draw just a picture of this. Let me try to draw a picture that goes along with each problem. So this is for part A. And so the mean is 20.7. And then standard deviation. And it sounds like both of these are going to have the same mean and standard deviation. Okay. Then it says, round your answers to decimal places, but the sentence says 25% of all mice have a mass less than how many grams? So what they're looking for, this is a value along of the x-axis or a value of the random variable. Because that's where all the grams, these values along the x-axis here are grams. Okay, and then the value underneath the curve is the percent. So they're giving you an area under the curve less than a certain value. They're saying less than, if there's some value out there, let's say it's right here. I know it's probably out here, and we call it a C often. I know it's probably to the right because only 25% of the data is less than this value. So I know it wouldn't be over here because then, there's all of this area, so it's a lot more than 25%. So I know it's somewhere in this value or whatever it is exactly, I'm not sure, but I know it's to the left of the 20.7 mean. So this is the region. They said it's a given mass such that 25% are less of 20% having mass less than that. So that means this area that represents less than this given value, which is to the left, is 0.25. So to find that area, to find the value such that 25% of the data is to the left of that, you do inverse norm on your TI-84 calculator. You enter the area to the left of the value you're looking for. And so that's 0.25. And then you enter in the mean and standard deviation. So the mean is 20.7 and standard deviation is 0.14. And then you press enter. And that's how you get your answer. I'm going to do it on a class calc because that's what I have available to me, and I put on the calculator. But it's very similar. You have to go to stats, and then this one you put in the normal CDF first, and you put in the mean and standard deviation, so 20.7. And class calc is a free calculator. You just Google class calc and see the website that I'm at there. And then I believe you don't even have to sign in or sign up for any free trials or anything. You just get to use this free calculator. So I put in the mean standard deviation. Now this is a little bit backwards from the TI-84. TI-84, you just go for the inverse norm function. But this one, I have to put in the normal distribution. And then I have to go to the inverse, like stats, dist again, and then inverse CDF. And now I have to put the area in the curve to the left, it's 0.25. It's a little bit different, but there it's telling me that a mouse that weighs 20.6 grams is going to be 25% of the data is going to be to the left of that weight. So our given value, this mystery value is 20.6, and that's the answer to this. Oh, to 3 decimal places. So we have to, let me re-look at what our answer was. Okay, so it's 6.606. Okay. All right, the second one, I'm going to draw a picture for the second one as well. So there's things for the first one. So this one says that 10% of all mice have a mass more than how much? So this one's going to be the other side. So the distribution was in the middle of the distribution is 20.7. And this only 10% of mice have a mass more than this particular value. So this is going to be on the right here because only 10% of the area under the curve is more. So more than would be to the right. So that is 10% written as a decimal is 0.01. Or I'm just going to put 0.010. And then, so our goal is to find that this the value, the value of the random variable that is the number of grams. How heavy does that weight that mouse have to be, so that only 10% are heavier than it. So we do the inverse norm again. You're using your TI-84. Then here you see this function always has to have the area under the curve to the left. And right now we were given the area under the curve to the right of this given value. So to fix that, we have to do 1 minus the 0.01, because if there's 0.01 here, then this white area is going to be 1 minus 0.01. Okay, so that's why this and 1 minus 0.01 is going to be the area to the left of this C. So that's what we want to input there. And then we just put the mean and standard deviation and we're done. So that's what your input would look like. Of course, you have to do second bars to get to that screen where you see the inverse, and then you scroll down to inverse norm, you input this information, and that's how you get your answer to that part. Or you can use the, I'm going to use the class calculator. And I do it just like the same one before. Stats, distribution, I find normal CDF, I put in that 20.7 and the 0.14, and then I close the parenthesis, and then stats distribution again. I do inverse normal CDF, and then I think it's okay. You can calculate what 1 minus 0.1 is, or usually the calculator just will let you input 1 minus 0.1. And there you go. It's 20.879. 20.879 is our answer. And let's just double check these answers. Yep, there we go. That's what we wanted. All right. I hope you found this valuable. Have a great day. Bye.